Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today I'll be comparing the Huawei Watch GT2 with the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. So let's get started. If you're someone new to our channel, please consider subscribing to our channel as you do regular videos for various smartwatches like this one, smartphone reviews, tech tutorials, and much more. Also check out our playlist tab as we have dedicated playlist for Huawei, Samsung, Fossil, and Fitbit smartwatches. So be sure to check them out as there are more detailed videos for these watches. I'll be comparing these top-of-the-line smartwatches against each other in various aspects so you can make a good informed decision to purchase either or, and it will be a full-on in-depth comparison, so if you own either of these watch, you can see for yourself what you're missing out from the other one. I have linked all their accessories and deals on these smartwatches in the description down below in case if you guys are looking for it. So let's start with a brief unboxing experience and price. So the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 came in a minimalistic box like this one, and the Huawei came in a bulky but premium box like this one. Unboxing experience for both these watches was awesome, and if I were to pick one, I will go with the Samsung's unboxing experience, as if you have been following me, I'm a big fan of minimalistic packaging. But on the flip side, the unboxing experience with the Huawei watch was much more on the premium side for the price you pay. Okay, now let's talk about the cost. Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 cost me about 370 Canadian dollar plus tax, and the one I have is 44mm, and if you were to get the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 40mm, you're looking around 340 Canadian dollar. Now, Samsung also offers an LTE version, which at this point will cost around 540 Canadian dollar. But with the LTE version, you get the eSIM, so you can make calls and use internet without having your phone, which is awesome, and it's not even an option with Huawei or Fossil smartwatches. Maybe at this point. Samsung also offers a light version called Galaxy Watch Active First Generation, which costs about 300 Canadian dollar, and it does not have a built-in speaker, so you cannot take audio calls with that, and it has few other features missing out. I have done a full video about it, and it is linked up here in case if you guys want to check it out once you're done watching this one. The Huawei Watch GT2 on the other hand cost me only 300 Canadian dollar plus tax. Now, just to let you know, the price may vary depending on the time of the year you're shopping around and the deals that the stores are offering. With all that being said, just a side note, the availability of Huawei in Canada is limited versus the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active, as I was able to find the Galaxy Watch Active 2 with most of the retailers, but the Huawei Watch GT2 was only available on Amazon and Vision Electronics, and the stock were pretty limited. Huawei also has the predecessor Watch GT, or so-called Watch GT First Generation, which may be cheaper, but it's an older version announced in 2018, so I'm not even referencing it in this video. Finally, in terms of price, Huawei Watch GT2 gets the lead in my opinion. Okay, next category to compare against will be the exterior looks and customizable options. Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 comes in an option like the Cloud Silver, Gold, Aqua Black, which is what I have with me in this video, and the Stainless Gold. All these models looks great in person, and the bands are made of silicone, so you don't need to swap them during exercise or swim, which I appreciate versus the Huawei. If you were to get the leather band, you have to swap it off for the exercise, which is why in the first place I got the silicone band option. Now, Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 has two versions, the 44mm, which I have over here with me, and a 40mm version. Both these versions have a 20mm interchangeable band, so you can customize the watch as per your need. Huawei Watch GT2 comes in two versions, the 46mm, which I have here with me, and a 42mm. Both the versions have a 22mm interchangeable band. Keep the band size in mind before buying any wristband. Now, I don't have bigger forearm or wrist, and you can see in this picture both these watch fits quite well on my wrist. So for me, I guess the 46mm Huawei Watch GT2 looks great, but if you have smaller wrist, you can go with the 42mm in Huawei or 44 and 40mm in the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. Now, Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 has 2-button layout and the buttons are not protruding out like the Huawei, but I know for some people they like the buttons to stand out. If that's the case, you ain't getting those buttons on the Galaxy Watch Active 2. Now, there is a microphone between these two buttons and an actual speaker on the other side, so you can take audio calls with this watch. Now, if you pay close attention, the top button has a different color than the bottom button, and that's because the top button is one of the electrode used to measure the ECG. Basically, Samsung has not rolled out the ECG feature yet, but whenever they do, you have to place your one finger on this button just like the Apple Watch, and the circuit will be completed by the other electrode touching your skin on the other side of the forearm. Hope this all makes sense. Now, at the back there is also the newest 8 photodiode heart rate monitor. Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 has the classic proprietary digital rotating bezel, which gives you a haptic feedback to make you feel as if you are using a mechanical rotating bezel, which is ingenious and my personal favorite feature. It's not just a unique feature, but it's highly functional as it is integrated well with all the apps and navigation, and it's robust unlike the Fossil Gen 5's rotating crown. Huawei Watch GT2 on the other hand has 2-button layout and unfortunately no rotating bezel or crown. Huawei has a microphone on the other side of the watch and a built-in loudspeaker which is underneath the buttons right here. Now, both these watches are capable of making Bluetooth phone calls, and yes, it will work for the WhatsApp audio call, and the speaker quality of both these watches is awesome. However, if I were to pick one, I will go with the Huawei's speaker quality, which is slightly superior to the Galaxy Watch Active 2. So overall in this category, Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 wins, as I am impressed with the digital rotating bezel and the sleek gender non-specific design, which looks good for both male and female, versus the Huawei Watch GT2 46mm to me looks more masculine. Again, it's from my perspective. Next category is the specs and internals. You can pause this video and read through all the details listed on the side of each of this watch, but overall in terms of screen quality and brightness, Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 looks more crisp and vibrant to me versus the Huawei Watch GT2, despite of Samsung's lower screen resolutions of only 360 pixels and the pixel density of 364 pixels per inch, versus the Huawei Watch GT2 has a resolution of 454 pixels and a pixel density of 462 pixels per inch with a 1000 nits of brightness. Again, this comes from my perception. In terms of processing power, the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 has the Exynos 9110 processor with 1.5 gigs of RAM and 4 gigs of internal storage used for apps, music, and images. Samsung could have added more internal storage, which would be helpful. On the other hand, Huawei Watch GT2 has its proprietary Kirin A1 chipset with enhanced power saving capabilities and a 2 gig of RAM, and again it only has the 4 gig of onboard storage with about 2.5 gigs of usable storage, which can be only used for music as you can't store pictures or apps on Huawei. So obviously Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 takes the lead in terms of processing power, and it does feel more snappier than the Huawei Watch GT2. Both these watches have all the sensors you can ever need, like the heart rate monitor, pedometer, altimeter, accelerometer, gyroscope, with a built-in GPS, so you don't need your phone to track your run with both these watches. Samsung at this point has a dormant ECG sensor, not activated yet, but when they do it, it will be a good selling point as no other watch except the Apple Watch has this feature at this point. Both the watch are awesome at sleep tracking as well, but Huawei does not have Wi-Fi and NFC, which the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 has. So if you are someone who wants to use contactless payment, forget Huawei, as there is no NFC, unlike the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, which has the Samsung Pay. Since Huawei does not have Wi-Fi, transferring music files from mobile to the watch is a time-consuming process. I have done a separate video for both these watches, which is linked up in the card section. You can check it out once you're done watching this one. Now, both these smartwatches has the latest Bluetooth 5.0, which is more robust in terms of connection, slightly longer Bluetooth range, and more data transfer speed. Both these watches are swim proof up to 5 atmospheric pressure or 50 meters, and you can take it for a swim, and both these watches are capable of swim tracking. With all that being said, picking one over the other in the specs category, I will go with the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 again, as it has the Wi-Fi, which you can change it to auto, on and off at your wish. It has NFC for Samsung Pay, robust Tizen OS with options to download functional apps and games. Next section is navigation and menu layout. Now, Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 has the Tizen OS with the proprietary circular menu layout. To enter the menu, you have to click the bottom button, and then you can either use the rotating bezel or swipe along to navigate. Most of the time, I just use the rotating bezel, which is awesome. Now, you can click the top button to get back to the home screen or exit any application. From the main screen, if you swipe right, you will get all your notifications. And if you swipe left, you can access customized widgets. I have added 13 widgets, and you can still add more if you want, which is awesome, so you can keep things at your reach from the widgets. Nothing happens if you were to slide up on the main screen, but if you slide down on the main screen, you will be taken to the quick access setting shortcuts, which is my personal favorite. Instantly you can see the battery level, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connections on the top. Now, here is the interesting part. You can customize all these setting shortcuts. You can even arrange them by click holding them, and even remove or add setting shortcuts as per your wish. Keep in mind, you can only add up to 20 setting shortcuts, which is more than enough for me. Now, other watches like Huawei, Fossil or Fitbit does not have this function. I really like it as I can toggle on and off options really quickly, like the location, Wi-Fi, NFC, airplane mode, volume, night mode, find my phone, screen brightness, etc. Samsung also has the virtual assistant Bixby, which is not that robust in comparison to the Google Assistant on the Wear OS, but it can do things like set an alarm, access calendar, start a workout, access contacts, etc. I have done a detailed video of the Samsung's Bixby versus the Amazon Alexa on the Fitbit Versa. It is linked up here in case if you guys want to check it out once you're done watching this one. You can even voice wake up Bixby by saying "Hi Bixby," which is turned off in my case as it's pretty sensitive. On the other hand, Huawei Watch GT2 has 2-button layout. The top button can be used to enter the menu. You have to swipe up or down to go around the menu. You can swipe right to get back to the home screen or exit from any app. On the home screen, you can swipe left or right to access various statistics. You can swipe down from the top to on the home screen to pull out the quick options like do not disturb, show time, find my phone, alarm, and settings with a battery level indicator, date and day, as well as Bluetooth connected or not icon. You can swipe up from the main screen to pull up the notifications. One important thing is you cannot interact with any of the notification on the Huawei Watch GT2, unlike the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, where you can even reply, delete, and much more, which is another drawback of the GT2. So that being said, the winner in this category for me personally is again Galaxy Watch Active 2, as I like the rotating bezel, customizable quick access setting shortcuts, Bixby the virtual assistant, and the fact that I can interact with the notification, which I apparently can't on the Huawei Watch GT2. Next up is the fitness and sleep tracking, which is a huge one. Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 has the proprietary S Health by the Samsung, which is a good one but does not detect a lot of activities except like walking, running, cycling, elliptical, rowing machine, swimming, and dynamic workout. I have tested it out for gym-based exercise moves and it does not detect, unlike the Google Fit on the Wear OS, but it's pretty darn good at detecting difference between a run, walk, jog, and snow blowing, which it detects as a workout. I have also noticed that in terms of heart rate monitoring, it does overshoot a little bit along with the calorie burnt, which I have talked about in depth for a fitness tracking comparison video I did with the Fitbit Versa 2, which is linked up here in case if you guys want to check it out once you're done watching this one. Active 2 is very good at sleep monitoring. Currently my wife wears this watch and she does not prefer to sleep with the watch on, but I have used it personally and it's pretty reliable. On the other hand, Huawei Watch GT2 has a bit more workout tracking options. Again, it does not self-detect gym-based moves or exercises like shoulder press, bench press, or squat like the Google Fit on Wear OS, but it's pretty accurate and reliable to fitness tracking. To access the exercise options, you have a dedicated bottom button which can take you directly to the workout, where you get a lot of options, as you can see right here, with the settings for each one where you can customize your goals and reminder. The heart rate tracking is robust and I haven't noticed it over or undershooting with the heartbeats or calorie. But the most amazing part, which I really like about the Huawei Watch GT2, is the amazing battery performance with the fitness tracking. For example, running outdoor with the GPS on continuously, continuous heart rate tracking, and music playback from the watch to the Bluetooth headset, I have noticed about 5 to 7% of battery level drop for about 30 to 40 minutes. Yes, you heard it right, just a single digit drop, and if you were to track the strength training with the GPS turned off, it will only drop about 3 to 4%, which is amazing. Literally no other watch can do that. On the other hand, with the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, I have noticed that if you have the continuous GPS, heart rate monitoring, and music playback, the battery level drops to about 8 to 10%, which is still way better in comparison to the Fossil Gen 5, for which I have seen horrendous numbers like the 40 to 50% battery level drop, which is literally nuts. So for me personally, Huawei Watch GT2 wins because of its exceptional battery performance with fitness tracking, more workout tracking options, and accuracy with heart rate, stress level, and sleep monitoring. Stay tuned by subscribing, as I'll be posting an in-depth fitness tracking options and real-time monitoring for these smartwatches. Now let's talk about battery life. Before we even compare, Huawei Watch GT2 straight away wins in this section. I can proudly say that I only charge my Huawei Watch GT2 maximum 3 times per month, mostly just about twice a month. On an average, the Huawei Watch GT2 46mm will last about 2 weeks per charge, and that's because the Kirin A1 chip, which is highly power efficient, and the fact that Huawei does not have any app store, so no third-party battery consuming apps or games. Huawei Watch GT2 has a 455 mAh battery size, which is relatively bigger compared to the 340 mAh battery size on the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. Now, on an average, the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 lasts about 4 to 5 days. The range may vary on what options you have kept on. So if you were to keep the location, Wi-Fi, NFC turned off and reduce the screen brightness and the screen on time, you can get more juice out of the battery. I have done an in-depth video for the settings to boost the battery life for the Active 2 exponentially, which you will find it in the playlist linked at the end of this video. There is also a power saving mode which will turn the screen to grayscale, turn off the Wi-Fi and other functions to boost the battery life if needed. In terms of charging, the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 has the true wireless charging, so you can charge it up from the charging brick, or mostly I just tend to charge it up from the back of my Samsung S10 Plus smartphone by the wireless charge share feature. So if you were to travel, I don't even carry the charging brick with me, I just charge it from the back of my phone. Now, Huawei on the other hand has a magnetic charging brick which has a USB-C port. So I don't have to carry the cable, all I have to carry is the brick and I can charge it up from my S10 Plus USB-C charger, which is really handy. So considering all this, it is really hard to pick one, but I personally will go with the Huawei Watch GT2 as it has an awesome 2 week of battery life which is unbeatable. But on the contrary, Active 2 is also decent as it has on an average of 4 to 5 days of battery life with the wireless charging option from the back of my Samsung smartphone. Lastly, let's talk about the software, apps, games and watch face option and wrap it up with my final say. Galaxy Watch Active 2 has the Tizen OS and you can download apps, games and watch face from the Galaxy App Store directly from the watch or from the smartphone. You can get awesome games and exceptionally awesome watch faces and functional apps like Spotify, Find My Phone, email, camera control, music player and gallery, and even internet browser along with Twitter and YouTube. Yes, you can even watch YouTube videos right from the watch. I've done a lot of videos about all such apps, games and watch faces, including free giveaway of paid watch faces which you can find in the Samsung smartwatch playlist linked at the end of this video and up here in the card section. On the other hand, Huawei Watch GT2 does not have any app store, so you cannot add any additional apps or games. All you have is the built-in apps like the contacts, music, barometer, weather, stopwatch, timer, alarm, flashlight and Find My Phone. I can appreciate Huawei to include basic functional apps like the Find My Phone, alarm, stopwatch, flashlight, but I really miss apps like camera control, gallery to view images, emails and notification interaction. In terms of watch faces, there are good pre-installed watch face, but that's it. You cannot add any third-party watch face as you can on the Galaxy Watch Active 2, so you are limited with options. So for me, obviously Galaxy Watch Active 2 wins again over here. So you have seen the Galaxy Watch Active 2 winning in a lot of sections except the battery life. So my final verdict is that both these smartwatches are good, but I will personally go with the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 as for just about $70 more than the Huawei Watch, you get a lot of features like Wi-Fi, NFC for Samsung Pay, tons of games and watch face along with functional app like camera control, gallery, Spotify, email, as well as decent fitness and sleep tracking, ECG feature and above average battery life. Obviously not as good as Huawei Watch GT2, but will work for most of the people and the rotating bezel. However, if you are someone who travels a lot and all you care is weeks of battery life with bare-bone features like viewing notification, Find My Phone, alarm, stopwatch, flashlight, onboard music storage, along with good fitness and sleep tracking, then go with the Huawei Watch GT2, as believe me, I only charge it twice a month. So that's it. I really hope this video helped you to narrow down your choice and needs. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, then please give this video a thumbs up and a sub would be massively appreciated, as I'll be posting more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.